Okay. Greetings, everyone. We are here, WomenAscension Mentor Session 2.2 with our dear mentor, Asma Naeem. She is a founder of BrainTox. Today, she's going to explain us and teach us how to manage daily stress and anxiety. So in this session, she will be focusing on managing stress and anxiety in our daily routine with 15 minutes of hypnosis session. In this webinar, we are going to understand specific coping tools and strategies to help us to navigate the wide range of emotion and challenges. So over to you, Asma Naeem.
Thank you so much, Maheen. Thank you everyone for joining. I really wanted to talk on this topic because I see people around me stressed about why they're stressed, and they don't know how to manage their stress. And we keep on saying, I don't know how to manage my stress. I feel very stressed. And this is such a common word now in our vocabulary we are using day-to-day life, that even our children has learned this word, because I see like young children, they use this word and they say, today I'm very stressed. I had a fight with a friend, or I have a stress of exams and I have to achieve this target and whatsoever. Like, this is something we all are going constantly with stress and anxiety, and we use these words. So it's like a normal for us now to be in a stress. But what we are not understanding is, like, it's at the back end is helping. It's not helping, but it's destroying our mental and physical health, and we are overseeing what impact is having on us. All of you, if today you're here, so I'm sure somewhere or the other, you guys are going through some kind of stress in your life, and you really don't know how to manage it, how to cope with it, how to come out of it. And we always think that there should be some mechanism where we can, eliminate the stress from our life, or maybe there's a best way to manage our life. I tell you something, feeling stress is very normal. Fine, because all of us are going through different phases and journey in our life, and different challenges in our life. So feeling stress is very normal. But the only thing, what my aim today is not to just tell you like, okay, these are the ABC ways, and if you do it daily, you will be out of stress. That is not the aim of this webinar today. I want today you to look at stress and anxiety from entirely different perspective. Because you don't have to eliminate stress. You have to change yourself, the way you think, the way you perceive it. So it will dissolve from your life automatically once you will understand the purpose of your existence on this planet. Where is this stress and anxiety coming from? Why we are building so much, like it's affecting our emotional health, and even it's affecting our physical health. So today, my whole aim of this webinar is, once this webinar is finished, you guys are in a different perspective of life. You guys start looking at stress and anxiety from a different perspective, not as some challenge you have to deal with. It's not a challenge. It's about how you're perceiving it. So let's start with it. And very importantly, I want to mention one more thing, that all of you, those who have joined this webinar, so please understand this is a very safe space to share your feelings, your feedback, your stories. So if any point you want to stop me, interrupt me, you want to ask some question, or you want to share your feedback, so please do not hesitate to interrupt me. And I will request from Maheen team, someone, if they are looking at the messages. Sometimes I'm just in a flow and I don't look at the messages. So if there's something I need to stop, so please stop me, interrupt me, and we will address that. And I really want to hear from you people as well, what you are going through in your life. Because this is not something I'm here to give some lecture, to just listen to my lecture, webinar is over and I go home. No, that's not the case. I want you to really be more interactive in these sessions, because we learn from each other. I can learn from you, you can learn from me, and other people can learn from our stories and from our feedbacks, or whatever we are going through, what we are doing to address stress and anxiety in our lives. So your experiences can also help others. So please be more interactive and do share your story, feedback, comments, whatever you want to. So the whole aim of this one is to change your thinking today, how you are looking at stress and anxiety in your life. That's the one thing. Another thing, at the end of the session, I want to do, hopefully we'll manage in the time, that a very quick, short hypnosis session, which is basically, I want to teach you one tool or technique that will help you in your daily life whenever you face with any situation. It's not even about stress and anxiety, but with any situation, you want a solution, so you can use that tool. So that's what we are going to do end of the session. So let's start. So first, let's start understanding what is stress. Okay. Stress is basically when we feel any kind of threat. If there is any kind of a threat we feel stressed. Because our brain is designed or programmed through our DNA that its job is to help us to survive. So we are always in fight and flight mechanism. And I hope you all understand the fight and flight mechanism, because our ancestors, when they were not like in the Stone Age, when they were living in all the time in a very threatening situations, they might have attacks from animals or from other human beings. So their brain was always prone to address the threats around them. So either they can fight it if anything happens, or they can run away. So fight and flight mechanism in our brain is like coming from in our DNA. So whenever my brain will feel any kind of threat, or my thoughts will come up that there is some threat around, I will feel stress. So my thoughts create stress. And if I don't acknowledge those thoughts, then there is no stress. And what are the normal signs of stress? You feel a constant worry, you have an anxiety, maybe you feel very low, you have a low self-esteem, you have health issues. It could be your muscle tensions, it could be your heart palpitation. So many people anxiety, they feel, and they in a very extreme condition, they feel panic attacks, or they use drugs to come out of it. They do smoking, or they have eating disorders. So many people, when they are highly stressed, what they do, either they eat a lot or they don't eat. So imagine how it is affecting in so many ways on our physical and emotional health. So there are many signs of stress, but these are very common signs that when we are in constant worry or we are depressed, it means there is something behind is working. So these are very common signs of stress. So what is stress? It's just like our thoughts have a threat, and then we think there is something wrong is happening. And we went into fight and flight mechanism, right? So threat in our thoughts create a stress in our body. So that's it, that is a stress. So, sorry, I think my slides are up and down, but it's okay, no problem. And we always react to the situation in our fight and flight mechanism. And stress is always an external thing. So we use this for stress and anxiety. Is there any difference between stress and anxiety? If you say it comes from the same origin, but generally stress will happen for something external factor. For example, you have some deadlines. You're working, you have some deadlines, and you have to submit some report, and you're very stressed, you have very short time, or you have an argument with your friend, you have an argument with your spouse or partner, with anyone, or there's any other situation, something happening externally that has created stress for you. And how anxiety is going to work? Anxiety is your inner feeling, which is going to react to that stress. And it will stay even that situation is passed by. For example, you have any argument with your spouse or with your partner, and that is over now. that is gone, that is done, maybe that is done and dusted, and you guys are now okay. But you are constantly in that anxiety. What if this happen again? What if this situation will happen again? What I'm going to do? And you keep thinking about it, even though that situation has gone, that situation has been addressed. Maybe you had an argument with your friend and you had a fight with your friend, and that is settled now, that is done now. But again, that stress, that moment of stress or that situation of stress is gone. But you still stay with that feeling, and that creates anxiety in you. Because then your mind will start creating, what if this will happen again? What if that will happen? What if she will say this? What he will say this? What if the situation I have to face again? How I'm going to react? And what happened? That stress situation is gone, but anxiety still stays there because we haven't addressed it. And that our internal feeling will put us in fight and flight mechanism. That's what I'm saying, because our brain is programmed, or it's made to help us to survive. So it will bring up all those things which you want to be avoided, because you don't want those things to happen, and you will be in constant anxiety. How can I avoid this? What if this happen again? And that creates an anxiety, and you stay in that. And sometimes those feelings are so stronger that people do get panic attacks, even though nothing has happening. But they can't come out of that feelings or situation. So moving forward now, here I want all of you to pay attention here, and I want feedback from all of you. I spoke to many of my clients and people, and there are few general, I can say, common stressors, or because of those reasons people get stressed. So there are 7 common stressors I'm going to mention here. And what I want you guys to do, once you go through the 7 steps or 7 stressors you look at, I want you to type in the chat that what are you going through, which category you fall into. It could be one category, it could be more than one category, because I really want to understand what people, those who are with me today, what they are, what they are facing in their life, in which area of their life they are facing that stress. So let's start from here. So I'm going to share the 7 common stressors. You just have a look, type in the chat, and tell me where your category falls in. So the first one is the financial stress. You are financially stressed, how you're going to pay your bills. If you don't have a job, how you're going to get your job, and you have to pay your children fees, or you have to pay your mortgage, you have debts, and you are in constant financial stress. That's the first category. The another one is relationship stress, and most commonly is with your spouse or with your partner. And it could be with your children as well, because on one part, children, if they give you happiness and you enjoy your time with them, on the other part, parents do face stress also, raising them and addressing their concerns and issues. You can have some issues with your siblings. It can be with your parents. If you're working, it can be with your colleagues. So some people are going through constantly in their life through relationship stress. The next one is your health stress. So you're always stressed about your health, because maybe you think you're gaining weight and you want to be fit, and you are not exercising, and you're not eating healthy, and you're in constant stress that you're not taking care of yourself, even though you're in stress, but you're not doing anything about it. But it is a constant stress for you that you're not healthy, or maybe you have developed some kind of symptoms in your body. It could be your pain in the muscle, is a backache, is a neck pain, or is a migraines you have developed, and you are really always stressed about your health and you don't know how to address it. And sometimes it's just not your health, but maybe it's people around you, someone, your loved one is sick, and you are so stressed about their sickness and their health. So this is another type of a stress you're facing. And then we have, if we have any political crisis or there is some problem in our country and we are so much engaged in that, so much drowned in that, and we are always stressed, what's going to happen next? There is some crime is happening and there is some leadership is changing and we don't know what's happening within our country, where there be any opportunities, where there be any issues and concerns, and you're always into, like people, those who are watching news all the time. So it's like they're always constantly under stress, unconsciously sometimes when they look at the news and they say, oh my God, what's happening in our country? And this is a very common stress where people think there are too many things to do. Or when the moment they wake up, they start thinking about the things they have to do today. Oh my God, I'm up now. I have to prepare the breakfast. I have to do this. I have to do the cleaning. I have to go to the office. I have to do the process. You have a long to-do list, but I don't have a time. And you're in constant stress that, oh God, there's so many things in a day you have to accomplish, but you don't feel that there is enough time. And the last one is, I'm not where I want to be. So we all have some image in our mind that here I want to be in my life, in my career, in my relationship, and I'm not there. Or this is how I wanted my financial situation. And this is how I want the things to happen in my life. And it's not happening. So I'm really not there where I really wanted to be. So these are the 7 categories. And I really want to understand from you guys in which category you fall. So, okay. We have which brain part are involved in stress and anxiety. Okay, we'll come to that. Health stress, still working on managing too many things, but no time. 6 and 7. Okay, what more? Come on, guys, come and share with, it's a very safe space. You can share with us, yes, migraine, I understand it's a healthy stress. What else? Mm-hmm. 7th one, I'm not where I want to be. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your feedback. And you know, there is a news for all of you. It was that. None of the above are the reasons for your stress. This is very interesting, right? None of the above, none of these reasons are the actual reason of your stress. Then what is the actual reason of your stress? We say we have a financial stress, relationship stress, health stress, too many things to do, no time. That's fine. I hear you. But that is not the real reason of your stress. There is only one reason of your stress. And that is you feel the stress because you have a certain perception in your mind that this is how the world should be. This is how people should be. This is how my life should be. In whichever environment you have raised, you have learned certain things and you have built certain beliefs. Your whole life is revolving around that, those beliefs, those perceptions of life and universe. So this is the only reason why you are stressed in your life, because you have a certain perception about the universe, about the life, that this is how things should be. My relationship has to be in this way. My career has to be in this way. The another person should behave in this way. And I want to be in control. And when I am not in control, I feel stress. Because my mind, my thoughts tell me that I'm not in control and there is some threat. So I repeat again. None of these external reasons are the cause of your stress. It's just like you want to be in control of everything. And this is what we want to do. This much money I want to earn. This is how my career should grow. This is a university I should get admission. This is my relationship should work. This is how my husband, my wife should behave. This is how my children should behave. Generally, everything in life you want to be in control. And in any situation, when you are not in control, you feel stress. We all human beings want to be in control. And you know what? I tell you something more on the top of this one. You do not have control. You never had in control. And you never will have in control. Why? Because control is an illusion. We want to control things, but it is an illusion to control things in your life. How and why we think like that we can control? Because through our experiences in life, we might have achieved many goals, or we have achieved certain milestones in our life, and we think, I have succeeded before in that XYZ. I have achieved that. I did that before, so I can do it now, and I can see other people also, they have also done it. I can do it also, so I can control it. Yes, very good. You did those things, and you did succeeded in few things in your life, or many things in your life. So be thankful for that you have achieved that, and that didn't go the otherwise or to other way. You have achieved it, but it doesn't mean that you are in control. There will be situations in your life when things will not go the way you want it, or what you perceive, or what you think. On that day, this whole illusion of control will break. And that day you feel shattered, and you don't know how to move forward from here. And you can say, how can this happen to me, and why this is happening to me only? So there is nothing wrong with this perception or thinking or belief that I want to be in control of things. But do remember that this control is an illusion. You cannot be in control of everything in your life. It's not possible. What you can do your best. And you can understand your situations, your relationships from a different perspective. But if you want to hold everything in your hand and you want to be in control, and where the perfectionism also falls, you will be always stressed, because being in a control is an illusion. And that's the point, is stress. If you just look back in your life, there are many situations which didn't go your way, and that has created stress. Any questions? Okay, overthinking maybe. Yes. Okay, Mahi. All right. So let's understand this one. Let me have it. Let me share a very interesting story. It's a Chinese story, and I don't know what's the origin of this story, but I'm always very inspired with this story, and I would like to share with you. There was a Chinese farmer. He was a very old farmer, and he was having one horse and a son. And he was very poor, and he was using that horse in his fields. So one day that horse escaped into hills, and his neighbors came to him and they said, oh, we are very sorry, as it is like you are into such a difficult situation in your life, and you just had one horse and that also ran away and escaped somewhere. And we are really very sad for you and really sorry for that. And the old man, he just shrugged his shoulder and he says, good luck, bad luck, who knows? After a few weeks, the horse came back with another wild horses from hills, and he just didn't come back alone, but he got another horses with himself, and there was another wild horses. He got it from the hills, and he came back with that. And then the neighbors, they saw, okay, before he was having one horse and now he's having so many horses, and they came to congratulate the farmer, and they said, oh wow, you got like more horses now, you're so lucky, and everything is going well with you. And he replied the same thing. He said, good luck, bad luck, who knows? And it went on. Few weeks later, his son was trying to tame one of the wild horse, and he fell off it at his back, and he broke his leg, and he was like injured very badly. And then the neighbors came back again, and they said, oh, we are very sad for it. Now your son is like injured, broke his leg. We don't know whether he will get married, have a good life. Now it's you got only son, and you got this situation. So we are really sad for you. We're really sorry for you. And then the old guy said the same thing. Good luck, bad luck, who knows? And then again, after a few weeks, there was a war declared in the country, and the king ordered to bring all the young people from different villages and cities, and so they can fight with us in the war. And when the army came to their village, and they pick up very young people from there, those who can fight in the war, and they found that his son, they cannot take him because his leg is broken. And they left him behind, and they left. And then his neighbors came back again, and they said, oh, you're so lucky, your son is saved, and they cannot take your son, but we don't know whether we are going to see our sons alive or not again. And you're so lucky that your son is saved. And the guy said again, the farmer said again, he said, good luck, bad luck, who knows? So this is a very beautiful story. If you look back in your life at the moment, there are situations in your life where when they happen, when they occur in your life, you might have think, oh my God, why this happened to me? Why this is really bad, and this is why this happened, this is really terrible. I can't handle this. But then later on, it went well, and you figure it out, oh, well, it's good it happened, because then I achieved something else, or I learned something else, I've grown in some other way, and it was really good that happened. It happens, right? I'm sure it happens in your life that when you look in your past, there are situations, many situations in your life where things really went bad, and you label them that this was really bad experience. And then what happened? Later on, that turned out to be good for you, right? It could be a relationships, it could be maybe a career move, or it could be any other decision. So what we are always in a hurry to label things. Whenever happens something in our life, remember, it's just an experience, nothing else. And it's happening for our growth, because we are here on this planet to learn and grow and achieve a bigger purpose in our life. But we label immediately, this is bad, this is good, this is bad, this is good. And we keep referring to those experiences as bad and good. And over the period of time, we do realize there's something which we have labeled earlier, it was bad. It wasn't that bad, right? You must have experienced that. It wasn't that bad. Or what we have labeled good, maybe it wasn't that good, because the consequences of that event was really bad. So we keep labeling things. So understand whatever is happening in your life is neither good or bad. You don't know. It's a good luck, it's a bad luck, we don't know. Sometimes we humans are always in a hurry to label things. Some things happen, yes, we get into some trouble, we get into some challenges, but that doesn't mean that if we are facing any challenge, so it means something is really bad is happening to us. We don't know what's the opportunity lying in that. We don't know what's the learning lying in that. So we keep labeling things. So rather than labeling the events and things into our life, it's best just to leave them as it is, as an experience, and see just what you have learned out of it. And you don't know, maybe today, sometimes I have personally experienced, I worked in a corporate, and if the management is changing, the first thought it comes to me, or like most of us, we feel like that. Oh my God, we don't know what's going to happen. This is really bad has happened. Before the management was really good, it was really caring. We don't know. We always see what's impact is going to happen on us. We always think, well, how it's going to impact us and how we are going to be affected with the whole situation. This is good, this is bad. This shouldn't. We don't know what's the opportunity lying in that. So just wait and watch and do your best in that moment. There is nothing to be stressed about it, because we don't know what life or universe is offering us. So today, where we are meant to be there in that place and in that phase of our life. Any questions? So now, something very important to understand. Please stop me if you have any kind of questions, or if you have anything you want to share. I really appreciate if you guys also get engaged, and I don't feel that I am just on my laptop, but I feel like other people are there who want to share their experiences or their strategies or whatever they're doing in their life. So that would be really appreciated. Anyways, so coming back, how can we manage the stress? Fine. So one thing we have understood, that all the stress is happening not because of the external reasons, but of our internal perceptions, that how we want to control our life. So that mental chatter is always on. The moment you wake up in the morning, the mental chatter is there. Even now when I'm talking to you during this webinar, so maybe some part of you is watching this webinar, and the other part of it is just thinking of something else. Maybe something happened before the webinar, after the webinar you want to address it, or there is something you want to address in the back of your mind that is still going on. So the mental chatter is always on. But you know what? This mental chatter makes our life more difficult and creates the stress. These are the mental models we are always running in our mind. This will happen, this will happen, this will happen, that will happen. And we never stop thinking. We never stop thinking. And people usually ask me how to stop overthinking. You will not overthink when you will learn to stay in this moment, when you learn to stay in now. Sorry, someone is talking, I don't understand. Does someone want to talk something? I can't hear. Mehak, I think. Okay. Mehak, is there something you want to talk? I'm not sure if your mic is by mistake on, or you want to ask something. Okay, let's move then. So we are talking about the mental chatter, which keeps going on, and we never stop thinking. And that is like, it is really harming our thought process, because the thing is that the more we keep thinking of something, when we overthink or we just keep going on with those thoughts, so what happens, we sometimes make the situation more worse. Not sometimes, but I think most of the time we make the situation more worse. For example, I don't have a job. I'm looking for a job and I need a job. So what happens if I keep thinking about it? So what will happen? What I will think, what if I don't have a job? How I'm going to pay my bill? How I'm going to pay my rent? How I'm going to take care of my kids? How I'm going to take care of my wife or my spouse? Or how come I'm going to take my parents? And we keep thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and that never stops. So what will happen? Stress, right? And we want to be in control of the situation, because if I get a job, and why I want to be in control of a situation, because we have this mental image that if I'm going to achieve this thing, I will feel in that certain way. If I'll do this one, I will feel in a certain way. So just because of that, we want everything to be done in our way. I want job this month because this is my need and I have to address so many things that will keep creating stress and anxiety in me. How you're addressing that? Fine, I need a job, but what I can do, I can work on that to get one. I can think of something else. How can I earn more money, or what are the other ways, rather than I keep overthinking that what worse impact is going to happen. Remember, our brain is like helping us to survive. If you will give a signal to your brain that there is some threat, there is some danger, what will happen? Your brain will create all the worst scenarios for you, what might happen. So maybe you can do something about it. On the other hand, if you, rather than telling your brain, giving this signal that anything is bad is happening, this will not happen because I want to be in control, rather than if you question your brain, what best I can do in this situation? What next step I can take so I can address this situation? So your brain will start finding the possibilities rather than creating the more worse situation in your mind. Because if your brain is controlling you, you will be constant stress. But you are the one who is in control. You cannot control the external things, but you can control your response. So one thing what you can control, if you really want to control, if you are a control freak, so that is your response to the situation and the event. So these are always the mental models we are running in mind, because I have a certain perception that if this will not happen, then this will happen. How you know this will happen? Because the more I will think that if certain thing is not going to happen, the result is going to be this, my mind will find more evidences. Maybe in past, I have experienced something and that memory will come up. You know what, in past also this situation was happened and then this was happened. So that's why I know that this is going to be the end result. But if I change my perception and I say, fine, this is my situation. I know before some other outcome was there, but now I'm going to take a different action. So my mind will find all the solutions. So it's basically you have a computer in your head. What commands you are giving to your computer, it will give you the same result and same outcome. You will look for the possibilities, what best I can do in this situation, what are the other ways I can address this one. It will help you to find solutions. If you want to create a chaos and you want to think about the worst thing what can happen, it will bring up all those memories, all those evidences, which will make you sure that fine, what you're thinking is perfectly right, and your stress, your anxiety is perfectly fine, because this has happened in the past as well. So we have to control our mind chatter, not the external events, what's happening. And I'll give you an example here. For example, you are driving on the road and you have to reach somewhere. You have a very important meeting, or you got to catch your flight, and you are also in rush, and it's like too much traffic, and traffic is jam, and you're feeling that stress. So I have a very less time. I have to reach there. And in the meantime, when you're already, this thought process is running in your mind. In the meantime, someone else is just like in hurry, and maybe he wants to reach somewhere before you, and they cut you off. So what happened? If someone cuts you off on the road, immediately our reaction is like we start, abusing that person, or we start getting angry on that person. How dare he cut me off on the road? He can't see that I'm here, and he's just like he's putting his life and my life in danger. And we start getting more aggressive, more stressed. As it is, we are going through some kind of a stress. We want to reach somewhere, and then someone is cutting off on the road, and we feel more pissed off, and we start abusing that person, and we start getting angry on that person. I have seen so many times on the road, even people, then they race after them, and then they start talking to them. How dare you to do that? But at the same time, Now just think of this situation. Now you're thinking that someone has cut you off and it was like a really bad thing has happened. This experience is really bad and they cut you off and they put your life in danger. So you feel very angry, right? And you feel very stressed, or maybe you like you're in a very bad mood because of that. On the other hand, in the same situation, if someone tells you, you know what, this person cut you off and this person was really in a hurry because her mother or her child is in hospital and he's into a really bad condition, or there's an emergency where this person has to drive through, or he or she, they're going there, and that's why, you know, they are in so much trouble. And what will happen immediately to your mood and your response to it? Maybe you start feeling some compassion. You say, oh, fine, okay. That was the reason. Maybe that's why that person was driving so rough, because he or she was having some kind of emergency. Her child is in hospital and there's some operation, and oh, poor girl, she has to reach there. So what happened? Immediately your response changed. Situation is the same. But what happened? You start feeling more compassion for that person. You start feeling more, maybe, your sympathy for that person, or you empathize with that person. Oh my God, that person was rushing so dangerously on the road because they have some emergency, they have some situation. God bless them. So what is happening here? Situation is the same, but your response to the situation is changed, because now you are looking at the same situation from a different perspective, from a different understanding. Now you're not angry at that person. You're ready to forgive that person. Why? Because now you're looking at that person from a different perspective, different perception. So this is what is like any situation in your life. When you feel that something has happened, maybe apparently that experience or that situation which you want to label as a bad experience, bad situation, just that, look at the situation and change your perspective about that situation. Maybe that person misbehaved with me today because that person got some other problem. Maybe he has something else going on in his life. So you will feel more empathy for that person rather than getting angry in that situation. So what are you in control here? Are you in control of the traffic jam? Someone cutting you off? No. Are you in control of reaching somewhere on time when you are facing this situation on the road? No. So what are you in control of? It's your response. It's your perception in that moment that fine, even if I have to reach somewhere, it's urgent, it's very important, but I'm facing this traffic jam or it's very hot and my AC is not working. And let's just think for a moment. This is happening for a reason. Maybe this is best for me, what is happening at the moment, that I'm not meant to reach there at this time. Maybe this is best for me happening. Like we say, good luck or bad luck, who knows? So what are you in control of? Is your response to any situation in your life. You are not controlling outside anyone. You are just managing your response. It's not about controlling, it's about managing your response, right? Okay, anything? All right, Maheen said there are some questions. Can I see those questions? Where are these? Okay. Yep. Maheen, if there's something else I'm missing, so please let me. What I see is like people are talking about is relationship stress, overthinking, and this is what we are addressing here. Yes. Anything? Sorry, I'm just going in my flow. Okay. So very importantly, what we are talking here about is today is like whenever I feel any kind of stress in my body, or I'm feeling that I'm really overthinking, or I'm stressed, or I'm feeling that anxiety, or maybe I'm feeling panic about some situation. So how are you going to manage it? It's a self-awareness. Just don't keep going with those emotions and feelings throughout your day. Remember, like we were talking about this car example, like driving on the road. So that shows it's like you always have a choice. People say we don't have a choice. What we can do about it? No, that's not correct. That's not true. You always have a choice, because, but maybe you don't know how to exercise your choice, or maybe you're not aware that you have a choice. So self-awareness is very important. So whenever you're feeling maybe pain in the stomach, don't think it's just a physical thing. There must be something happening mentally. There must be something happening emotionally, which is causing some stress in your stomach muscles. Or maybe you have a shoulder pain. Maybe you're feeling so many things to do. You're not resting well. So listen to yourself. That is very important. If you will not stop and listen to yourself, what will happen? Today you have an emotional problem. Tomorrow this emotional problem is going to convert into a physical problem. And then you will see what's happening here. Why I'm having a constant back pain? Why I'm having a constant shoulder pain? Why my shoulder is so stiff? So you will keep questioning that. And the best part is that when we have any physical problem, we don't wait for anything else. We rush to doctors. We rush to doctors immediately. But when we are going through some emotional problems, even though at some point we realize that we need help, we don't seek help. So please do seek help for your mental health as well. It's very important, because your mental health is going to convert into your physical health. So today, if you're not addressing any of your mental health problem, whatever it is, so tomorrow is going to convert into your physical problems. So if to manage your overthinking or your stress, so what is self-awareness is very important. So what is causing you any kind of anxiety, or even if I'm feeling very stressed at the moment. So rather than distracting yourself, picking up your phone and scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or watching Netflix, don't do that. Stop there. Ask yourself, what is this? What is bothering me? How can I address this? Okay, fine. What is the solution to that? And you will feel, the moment you will start thinking about the possibility, you will feel relaxed. Because now your brain is telling you there is no threat. We can do it. We can do it. And the moment you start thinking that there is a solution, whatever is stressing you out, then you will feel relaxed. So remember, don't ever think that you don't have a choice. In every situation of your life, you do have a choice. You go A side, you go B side, it's up to you. Like we gave an example of this traffic jam. You can, same situation, you can respond differently. Just by changing your self-perception, you can respond differently, and it will move you from being stressed to being relaxed.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Can I see the question, please?
What is that you want to see?
Hi there, I am Ahad Kareem. I am 9 years old. I find my stress when people don't care about one another. Also, my homework. How shouldn't manage my time? I try my best work as quick as I can, but I can't.
Okay, Ahad. So, two questions. What I'm understanding is like you see people are not caring about each other, right? And secondly, you mentioned something about your exams. I didn't get your question. Cute guy, Ahad. Can we have? Yes, sorry.
Homework. It was about homework, managing homework.
See, this is, thank you so much, Ahad, for sharing this, because this is what I said, like, I see the young children now using this word stress. I'm stressed because for the homework. So what is so stressing you about doing your homework, Ahad? Ahad, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so can you tell me that what really stressed you about for doing your homework?
Also, my homework. How should I
Okay.
manage my time?
Mm-hmm.
I try my
Mm-hmm.
best as quick as I can, but I can't.
Okay, so first of all, you can do it if you're going to schedule your time. Maybe you can have some timetable with you and you can put your task, what is most important for you. If, for example, doing homework is more important for you, then you can prioritize that, put on your top priority. Once you come back from your school, this is the first thing you're going to do, and this much time you're going to allocate. And in that time, you will not distract yourself with the mobile or any other games or talking to anyone. So if you can,
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm interrupting. I'm saying also one more time. Urdu is tough, and I can't play with my friends always.
Urdu is tough and you can't.
I can't play with my friends always.
I'm not getting the question.
Oh, okay. Let me say it little loud. I can't play with my friends always.
Okay. So why you have to play with your friend always? You can always schedule your time, Ahad, for your homework and for your friends. And we can always, we can talk about this one maybe more in detail after the webinar.
I like playing, but
It's good to try.
but there's still a lot of homeworks for me.
Oh, this is really bad because I know schools, they give a lot of homework to do for kids, but maybe it's good for you to learn. But we can always, schedule our time maybe over the weekends. We can spend more time with our friends to play or during the day. So we can always schedule our time. If we are focused, then we can put our time like timeline that this many hours I want to put for my homework and 1 hour I want to play with my friends. So we can always manage that. There's no stress in that. You can do it. You're a brilliant kid. And maybe we can talk after the webinar and we can, find a better way to do it.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you,
so
Ahad.
much.
So sweet. I'm so glad to talk to him. Kids they are just so transparent. And imagine like they find it so much stress, like to manage their play time and their studies time. So, okay. All right. Coming back, very importantly, we have learned, like now I was listening to Ahad and it reminds me of something. In our school, we always get targets, goals. Okay, you have to achieve this goal, you have to achieve this target. And we put kids under so much pressure that if they have to score like this grade, or they have to score these many numbers, or whatever the GPS or whatever the system of the education is. So it's like we always put kids under pressure that they have to do a lot of things. And I understand that kids do feel that pressure all the time because we always give them a goals and targets. So understand one thing here, as an adult, I think it's very important for the teachers and parents as well. It's good to have goals in life because that gives you direction in life. Because, okay, fine, you want to be a doctor or engineer or whatever, fine. It's good I get a direction in my life, or any goal. I want to set up my own business. I want to get a certain career. I want to get into certain university. It's good to have goals. It gives you clarity and set direction. But understand this one. It's not important to achieve, or it's not mandatory to achieve those goals. That might happen, that might not happen. You might get it, you might not get it. But let's not put yourself under that pressure that I have to get this because then I want to feel more appreciated maybe, or I want to feel more acknowledged, or I want to feel in a certain way. What is important here is to enroll yourself in the process. Because when I want to reach somewhere, because we have this perception that there is some destination in life, but in our journey, there is no destination. It's just like a mirage. I have to reach to some point. What happens if you reach to that point? After some time, you will start working on something else that is gone. So that is not important, like we achieve that goal or that's mandatory. What is important is like to enroll yourself in that process to achieving that. Because in that process, you will grow, you will learn, you will become someone. Because it's not important how you will feel after achieving that goal, but the thing is that who you will become in achieving that goal, that is more important. So focus on the process and you will enjoy, then you will not feel any pressure. I want to be a doctor. My parents want me to be a doctor. Fine, I will do my best. I will study and I will have some focus time. I will study and I will do my best. But I might not get admission into medical college. That's okay. That's not the end of the life. But when I was studying that, I have learned a lot. So learning and growth is important. Achieving that particular goal is not important unless and until we don't detach ourselves from the outcome. We are in a constant stress, and this is a stress we have put our children under in schools and colleges. We constantly put pressure on them. We constantly put stress on them that this is a goal and target you have to achieve it. It's good to give them direction. It's good to give them clarity, but let's let them learn in that process. That's not the ultimate thing in your life to achieve. There is a lot more bigger things. Maybe you're meant to do something else in your life. So this is a constant stress we put under goals. We think, okay, fine, this is my goal and I have to achieve it because I want to feel it in a certain way. Fine, I achieved that car, I got that home, I got that job, I got that career. What will happen after that? It will be just normal for me. Now I will move to something else. So if you want to enjoy the process, if you want to grow in your life, then detach yourself from the outcome. It might happen, it might not happen. That's what we said. We want to control, and that creates a stress. But if we feel that fine, I get to this point or not, doesn't matter, but I will do my best. Then there is no stress on me. I will enjoy the process and I will learn in that process. And always review your lifestyle. Is basically I was just listening to this kid. Maybe playing for a kid is very important, but maybe there is so much pressure of studies on him, or other people are experiencing in different aspects of their life, in their jobs. I was talking to someone a few days back, and she's a project manager in Nokia, and I was asking her for how many hours you work, and she said 16 hours a day. I say, wow, so where is your personal life? Nothing. She is so obsessed with being a perfect project manager and to be in control. In other words, that she has no time for herself, no exercise, no other leisure activities in her life. I don't know how even she is managing her family life. So it's very important to balance our life. So look at it, how many hours I have to work. Because if I'm not going to schedule my day, so my day will go on in any case, but I will not achieve anything out of it. Something or the other, I will be putting my time somewhere where it is not needed, and I will be missing out on something which is really needed. So your health is very important. So look at your working hours. I know females, one of my very closest friend, and she is like whole day so stressed that all she says, I'm stressed, I don't have a time. I'm stressed, I don't have a time. Because even she don't schedule her time to sleep. All she scheduled is to be a perfect wife, perfect mother. I don't know if she is in this webinar. She came in. So she wants to be a perfect wife. She wants to be a perfect teacher. She wants to be a perfect mother. And she spends all her energy and time in that. And she totally ignores her physical health, her emotional health, and due to lack of sleep and lack of rest. Now she has started developing physical problems. And she is on a medication constantly, and which is not affecting her because here somewhere is not managed. So it's very important to look at your lifestyle, how many hours you're sleeping. You have to schedule what you're eating, what you're putting in your body. This is very important for your mental and physical health. So something is very important. Sometimes people, those who live in their head, because the overthinkers, they live in their head, and when they keep thinking about things, even if you tell them to just appreciate something in your life and, you know, be thankful for that, they will just think of being thankful of something. Or, okay, let me put it in this way. I know sometimes we just like, okay, I want to take care of myself and let me have some gratitude journal, and I'm going to write my gratitude journal. And, you know, I have these 10 things every day. I wake up and I write this one, and I will write, thank you for the food on my table. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we just take it off. Oh, I have done my thing and I'm done. And after that journal, when I've done my gratitude, I'm being thankful for things what I already have. So what will happen? I'm back to the same stress life because I just think of being thankful. I'm not feeling it. So it's very important that when you are thankful of something or you want to be appreciated, you have to feel that. If you are in a very monotonous way, just tick off your to-do list. And one of the thing is that I just want to be thankful. Oh, thank you, God, for this one, and gone. If you don't feel that, you will never feel that feeling of gratitude in you. Imagine if you look at your life today, if, for example, 90 things in your life has gone very well, 10 things are not working well. So your whole focus is on those 10 things which are not working well for you. Because you have a certain perception that these things has to be happening this way, and this is not happening, and I've labeled it that this is really bad things are happening in my life, and my whole focus is there where those 10 things which are not happening. And I'm not thinking about another 90 things which really good happen in my life. So whenever, before you sleep, just think of your day and think what good has happened today. If you couldn't figure out anything good happened today, at least think something in past has happened good to you. And feel that gratitude. Be thankful for that. We are so focused on things which are not happening the way we want in our life, and that is stressing out. But we are not focused on those 90 things which are really good in our life. And if you look, like, I know, like, there are many homeless people here, and sometimes I go out and I see homeless people, and then I realize, man, I may be complaining of something else, but have I ever realized that I actually have a roof over my head and I'm not on the streets? And how blessed I am? We don't look at that part. What we look at that part, I wanted a car, I don't have a car. I wanted this model of a car, I don't have this model of car. I want this job, I don't have this job. Look at that person is having that job. That is their journey. That is their journey. This is your journey. So if you want to stay in a calm and relaxed state of mind, it's very important. End of the day, don't sleep with your worries and everything what you have labeled in your day that this is really bad happened to me. Sleep with those thoughts. Don't do that. Drop them off. A simple thing if you will do, or if you exercise in your life, you will see the difference. Simple thing. Before sleep, just think what good has happened in your life. And another thing I can tell you, it's like you are thankful, obviously, the things which are already there in your life. Maybe you are from those privileged people, those who have electricity at home, roof over your head, food, clothes, everything. But there are some parts in your life where you're not happy. So feel the gratitude there, and you will see the change. The part of your life where you are not happy, or you don't feel that being thankful in that situation or that event or that person or whatever, pay your gratitude in that part of your life, because what you have it's very obvious you will be thankful for that. You can say, and that will be very monotonous that, okay, fine, I'm thankful for my bed and my food and everything. But where you are worried, or what area of your life you're not happy with, be thankful of that thing in your life, because you don't know what's the blessing there, what's the learning there for you. And this is how you can start making small changes in your life, and you will see what's the change is happening in your state of mind. So before you sleep, please don't think of the bad things, what you have labeled as the bad experiences, or someone has said anything to you, or what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know. Good luck, bad luck, who knows? So focus on something really good has happened to you, and really feel that gratitude, and something which is not even happening good to you. Say thanks there as well. Any questions? Okay, very quick story I want to share. I just want to be, okay, Maheen, I think we are out of time. So I will very quickly wrap it up, because this is a concept I really wanted to talk about it. So I have taken more time from you guys. And one last thing I want to share with you before we go for our hypnosis session. There was this is a Native American story about a wolf and dog. And I will share with you this quick story with you, and you will have a better understanding and concept here. So maybe you have heard this story. There were many versions of this story. So it was like there was a tribe where a young guy was growing up, and he was supposed to be the king of that tribe, and he was supposed to take care of that tribe. And when he was growing up, so when they decided that this lad is going to be the king of our tribe, so the last process was like to ask him something by the medicine man, what they call it, like to question him. And he had the final talk with the medicine man before it was decided that he's going to be the king of the tribe. So he told him, he said, you know what, the medicine man told him, he said, you know what, there is a dog and there is a wolf inside us. The dog, and it's just like a metaphor what they have used, it's like dog is the one who is very loving, who is very kind, who's trustworthy, who's intelligent, and wolf is the one who is very vicious, who is cruel, who is ready to kill anything, and it is full of hatred. So they're always fighting inside you. So that young boy, he asked the medicine man, then who is going to win? They said, whomsoever you will allow to win. So we have both dog and the wolf inside us. So whom we will allow to win, or whom we will feed more, that is going to win. So whom we are feeding more, dog or a wolf? The dog will allow you to be more loving and kind and compassionate. And the wolf is going to be the darker part of inside us, which is just like grab everything for myself, and you want everything for you, and you don't care about it. As if, like this small kid, he has observed that he is 9 years old, and he is observing that people are not taking care of each other. So what we are feeding on? We are feeding wolf or we are feeding dog? And it's just not that you have to feed your dog more. It's like whoever comes to you, you have to take care that you are feeding their dog as well, not their wolf. So just have a clear concept on this one. It's not that if you feed the dog more, the wolf is not there. The fight will always be there. It's an internal conflict we see, and this fight, it will always be there. But what will make a difference and change? Whom you're feeding more. If you will feed more your dog, so you will be acted upon it. And mostly what happens, if someone comes to us and they tells us that there is some problem, there is some issue, so that is the moment that we are going to feed their dog or their wolf. Because if someone comes to us and they are nagging about someone, and they are complaining about someone, and we will also start on that, and we will say, oh fine, yes, you are right, this is how it shouldn't happen, and this guy is like this situation is like this, and you are very right. So what we are feeding on? We are feeding their wolf. we are exaggerating their situation more, and we are putting them in a more worse situation. And this will cause more stress in their lives. So it's just not like you have to feed your dog, but you have to feed their dogs as well. You have to show more compassion to others. Even if someone will come to you with any of their problem, their stress, their issues, try to help them find a better solution rather than, feeding on the same thing and exaggerating the situation for them. So whenever you are into a tough situation, ask yourself what you are feeding on. Are you feeding your dog or are you feeding your wolf? The fight will remain there, but make your dog more stronger than wolf, and help others to do that as well. So whenever someone comes to you with their issues and problems, so please do not flow with that conversation. Help them to think better. Help them to feel better, rather than, because we call this as a gossiping. Sometimes we say we are just gossiping, but you don't understand, because of your gossiping or for a momentary entertainment, maybe you're enjoying that gossiping. Another person is going to a different frame of mind, and maybe that person will go back home with more stress and more anxiety. So don't feed their wolf, and they will be thinking more negatively. They will be reacting more negatively. Their behavior will be affected. Feed their dogs, not their wolves. So this is a story I really love. Yes, someone.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, please.
So first of all, thank you. And my question is about according to the subject. And so when we are, for example, I'm interested on this subject, and someone else come and they ask question that why you are choosing this subject for yourself. I was there is no scope, there is no jobs in the market for the according to your subject. So I was depressed, and I was like thinking that I am I set goals for myself that I will do that so on. So couples of time people are questioning, are asking why you have chosen this subject. There is no scope in the market. There are no enough jobs according to your subject. So it creates a type of depression or anxiety. So how we can cope with that issue or that problem, or like we try to let the people that so how we can change their negativity or their mind, simply.
Okay, thank you so much, Rania, for this question. Thanks a lot for bringing this up. See, there are a few questions in your question, and one thing is that you said lastly, like, how can we change others? So remember, we can never change others, because when we want to change others, it means we want to be in control of the situation, because we want others to think like us and we want others to behave like us. And this is what we said, that we cannot change others. We don't want to be in control of their situation, of their thinking. I have nothing to do with that. That's one thing. So always remember, you can change yourself, you can change your response, you can change your way of thinking, you can change your beliefs, you can change your perceptions. You have a control over yourself. So, but you don't have a control something or any person outside of you. So first of all, we don't have to change anyone else, right? If we really want to bring change, is through our own behavior, our attitude, like even this platform. So what is the purpose of this whole platform? Is to create more awareness and share more awareness and knowledge, so people can start thinking from a different perspective. Then you can set an example for that. That's one thing. Secondly, you said you want to select some subject. Now, two things. Who are those people, those who are telling you not to choose this because it doesn't have a scope? Sometimes it's parents. And it's very difficult to have that conversation with parents, because parents sometimes have a very certain perspective about your career, about your future. And from their perspective, there is no scope in that. But here what it comes, if it's your parents, someone you really care about it, so you can always have a conversation with them. Because by the end, it's like how much you believe in what you're doing. If you are choosing some subject, don't choose it because your friend is going to study that. Maybe you want to get with your friend to some certain college or university, and that's why you want to choose that subject. First, ask yourself why I want to study this. If that is something really you believe in, don't listen to others. Forget about it. It's our perception. Whatever, like maybe the doctors and engineers or pilots, they're earning very well, or maybe the bankers are earning very well. Forget about other people. You have no clue how much other people are earning through their passion. Maybe being a chef, maybe being a programmer, maybe being a therapist. You don't know. So you have to believe in yourself, what you're doing. That's very important. So first of all, get clarity. What you want to do with your life, why you're choosing that subject. So ask yourself, forget about others, why you want to choose that subject, why you want to study with that. If you will believe in that, trust me, you can make wonders in that because you are passionate about it. You know what you want. So forget about what other tells you. There's nothing to feel depressed or get depressed. Everyone will talk from their experience, from their perception. So not everyone has shared the same experience. Maybe I'm in a bank, I'm very successful. Another person is in a bank, he's not successful in their terms. So it's okay. Correct? Clarity, believe in yourself, and follow your journey, follow your path. There is nothing to listen to others. If some people think there is no scope, let it be, forget it. You think, you believe there is a scope, let's do it then. Okay?
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. How are you?
Walaikum assalam.
Ma'am, how do we know when we are stressed? We are stressed.
Sorry, come again. I want to understand your question.
Ma'am, how do we know when we are stressed? We are stressed.
Okay. How do we know how we stressed? Okay. For example, if like we spoke about in the start of our webinar, that there is a different symptoms. Maybe you don't feel you're feeling relaxed in any situation. There is unnecessary anxiety, or you can't focus, you can't concentrate, and you are distracting yourself. Or maybe you are getting unnecessary headaches. Maybe you are having some eating disorders. There are many symptoms. When you feel, because look at your feelings, focus on your feelings. If somewhere you feel that you have any kind of uncomfortable feeling, whether that's emotional, whether there's a physical, there is something is going on. If you're going fine, you're fine. But somewhere, if you feel that, oh my God, I'm not being able to focus, I'm not being able to concentrate, what's going on? Or I don't feel like to eat anything, or I don't want to meet anyone, I want to stay alone. Or there is a situation, but you are just avoiding it, you're running out of it. So there are so many situations in your life where the comfort feeling is not there. So very important when you really want to know yourself is to connect with your feeling and emotions. Your emotions will tell you everything. If you're really sitting with yourself, sit with yourself and just focus on your feelings and emotions. And it will tell you if there is something really going on which you need to address. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for the question.
Okay,
Very
ma'am.
quickly, yes, please go on. Any other question? Okay. Maheen, please let me know where to stop because I just have this one quick exercise, and if everyone is okay, we can have a quick 10 minutes hypnosis session. So you can always advise me on that. So for the moment, I will tell you one very interesting exercise. Let me stop this exercise screen here. Okay. So everyone can see me, right? Okay, so what happened? Breathing is very important to relax our mind and our body. So I'm going to teach you one technique. This is a very quick one. This is very simple, and it will help you whenever you feel that there is some kind of a stress or anxiety you're feeling in your body. So what all you have to do is basically we are going to synchronize our breathing in both the nostrils, because when we synchronize our breathing in both the nostrils, it's also affect our brain on the both sides. And the exercise, what I'm going to tell you, is basically, you must have heard this vagal nerve in our body. So that is a nerve, when we do this exercise, that is activated, and it will help us to slow down our breathing, slow down our heart rate, and it relaxes our body. So this is a very quick exercise. If you all of you can see me, is basically what you have to do is like you have to put your hands under your armpits like this. If you can see me, you have to put your hands like this, and you can just close your eyes, just relax. And now at the count of 4, you will inhale and then hold, and at the count of 4, you will exhale. So basically, we are inhaling and exhaling at the same count. So very quickly, we'll do it. So just relax. Put your 2 hands like this under your armpit. So just at the count of 4, inhale. Hold. At the count of 4, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I want you to, like if you're putting your hands like this, I want to exchange it and now put it like this. So your understanding is like before I was like this, and now I'm extending my hands like this and putting it in my armpits, and I'm going to do the same thing. At the count of 4, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. At the count of 4, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Do this 2 to 3 times in a day, and you will feel that you're really relaxed. Or in any situation when you feel that you're not feeling relaxed, so this is the best exercise you can do to just calm down your nerves, calm down your muscles, calm down your body, and it will slow down your heart rate as well. So coming back to one last thing I want to share before we just do our hypnosis session. See, remember, we talk about the whole concept of stress and anxiety. When you will start thinking differently and you drop this thing of being in control of everything, you drop this need and desire of being in control and start working on your mind, your thinking, your perceptions, your beliefs, you don't have to eliminate the stress. That was the whole purpose of this webinar. You don't need any medications to control your anxiety and stress. Medications can help us temporarily because that relaxes, that's something chemical, what you call a chemical balancing in our body, and it just relaxes our body. But what happens once you're out of that medicine effect? Then you go back to the same situation. Trust me, God has given us a healing power inside us. We don't have to control or change other people, situations outside of us, nothing. It's just you. The moment and the day you will decide that you are going to change the way you think, the way you look at the things, and the way you respond, trust me, your life will be very different and your stress will dissolve and you will always stay in a calm state no matter what happens. When you start looking at the things, the different perspective, you will be in a more calmer state and you'll be more present and you will take a better decisions for your life. Understand, we human beings are not here to get upset or stressed and create these diseases because of the challenges of life. If God has given us these challenges in life, trust me, He has given us power also to cope with that. But we don't understand our own inner power. God has not sent us here to be worried all the time, stressed all the time. Life purpose is not for that. Why God will create a people just to be stressed all the time? Imagine. Why is like He has created a creature, go to the earth in this planet and be stressed and be upset all the time and create diseases and create the chaos in your life. He has not created for that. That's what we don't understand. We are the highest creature of it, like one of His millions of creatures or billions of creatures He's created. So He has sent us on this planet for some purpose. There is a bigger purpose in our life. We are so much stuck in the smaller and minor things into our life, job and career and money and relationship and control that person. There are bigger things in your life to do. The purpose of in this life is to feel happiness. And how you feel happiness once you show the gratitude, whatever you have in your life, you're thankful for everything in your life, and you keep working on yourself, you keep enrolling yourself in a process to do something greater in your life. Forget about that this is my destination, I have to reach. There is no destination. It's like a mirage that I have some destination and then this will happen. Nothing will happen. Enroll yourself in the process of life, and you will enjoy the process. Every day you're learning, you're growing, and you're also changing, making an impact to other community. So you are here to feel happy, enjoy this planet, enjoy this life, no matter whatever challenge you're facing. Everyone faces that, and it's okay. So just remember, you are bigger than your problems. Your problems are like this, and you are far more there. Because if God has given you any challenges in your life, then He has given you the capacity and potential also to deal with it. So you're not here. Yes.
My next question, what is the matter of angry and stress?
Sorry. What is the?
Ma'am, what is the matter of stress and angry?
I'm not understanding your question. What is the?
What is the matter of angry and stress?
What is the difference you want to know? What being stressed and
Matter
angry?
and stress.
Matters that make person stressed, anger management, maybe some part of it.
What is the what makes person stressed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's your question. Okay, that's where we started from. We are not stressed because of any external reason. We feel stressed only for one reason. When we want to be in control of everything in our life, we want, my job has to be like this. I want this much money in my life, and this has to be like this. So understand. See, for example, there as a child, I'm asking candies and chips and I don't know what other kind of food kids are eat, and all the junk food I'm asking my parents to give me. But my parents are giving me some veggies and some healthy food, and they're not entertaining me with the junk food. So at that time, maybe I think, oh my God, my parents doesn't care about me and they're not giving me candies and all that I want. But when I grow up as an adult, when I look back and I say, oh, that they really did good thing to me because they really took care of my health. So what they did to me was really good. So the universe is also like this. Universe is here to support you. It's a friendly universe. It's not like to go against you. So sometimes we feel stressed because, again, that point comes, I'm not where I want to be. It's not that. It's maybe today I want something, but I'm not getting that thing. So maybe that is best for me. Like we say, good luck or bad luck, who knows? So today, if I'm not getting something or where I want to be, I'm not there. So maybe that is not good for me. That is not best for me. Today, I don't know. But tomorrow, maybe after 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, when I look back at my life and I say, oh, that was really good. It didn't happen. For example, as a child, I wanted to be a doctor. And I was so obsessed about it that when I didn't get admission in college, and I was so upset that why I'm not a doctor, and look at other girls, they are doctor. Today, when I look back and I say, well, that was a real good decision God has done for me. Because sometimes when things are not happening in your way, so it's not that you're out of control, because that is best for you. And where you are in your life today, that is the place where you're meant to be. So sometimes when you are upset with this thought that fine, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, then just keep your hand on your heart and tell yourself, I am where I'm meant to be. And trust me, you will see how things will unfold with time. So we feel stress only for one reason, not for anything else. We want to be in control. We want the things happen in my way. We have a certain belief systems, and we are not ready to change those belief systems. And we think, no, this is how things work. And that's why even in a relationship, this is the major problem we face in a relationship stress when we are trying to change others. We want to change another person because we want to see the other person to behave the way we want it. And this is a problem happen. Here's the stress create because I want to change another person. We can't change others because I want to feel in control. That person has his own path, his own belief, his own thinking. You work on yourself. You change yourself. your beliefs, you change your perception, and you never know which time the person is living with you, that person will also change. But you don't put your effort and energy on that person. Work on yourself. So drop this need of being in control. This is an illusion. That's what we have started with. This is an illusion. Because when this illusion is break, we are also shattered into pieces because we can't accept it. This has happened. Oh, how come this happened to me? How come I'm not in control of this situation? How come this person is doing this to me? So there is no control. Understand, this is how life is. This is how our journey is. So we feel stressed when we are not, so we don't have to control anything. We just have to manage our responses to the situations, to the events, to the people's behavior. So you want to control yourself then. Control your responses, control your thinking, your mental chatter, which makes the thing worse than they actually are. It's like the good, the bad, the worst. So maybe the situation is just bad. We are labeling that a bad situation, but our thinking makes it worse. Yes?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking. So understand that till the time we don't come out of ourselves and we are not here to add value to someone's life, we are not here to feed their dog, and we are not here to add some value to our community, and we don't have any purpose in our life, we will be living a very mediocre life. If we are constantly in stress and anxiety and we're creating these physical problems, we are living a very mediocre life, and we are not on this earth to live a mediocre life. So please understand this. Have a bigger purpose in your life. Have a bigger purpose than you. So you are just focused on that purpose that you want to do. You're not adding value in your life, but you're adding value in someone else's life. And that's a purpose. Why you're here. And honestly, I'm thinking my next webinar on this topic to have a more purposeful and meaningful life, because once we have a bigger purpose in life, once we have a bigger vision in our lives, trust me, we are least bothered about the minor challenges or issues in either in relationships or career. We don't care because we have something bigger to do in our life. So put your energy to do something bigger in life. Get clarity on your life, create some purpose in your life. And remember, we are not here to struggle or fight or to stress out for anything. Okay? So work in a different perspective in your life, change your perception, how you look at the things, how you look at the relationships, and work on yourself, and you will find that your life is changed. So now, lastly, we will just do one quick hypnosis session. Whenever, this is one technique I want to teach you guys. So whenever you have any situation in your life, you can use this technique, but we have shortage of time here. I won't go into a deep relaxation, but whenever you want to do at home or you want to work on yourself, just have 10 minutes of relaxation at least. Maybe you can listen to any kind of meditation from the YouTube. There's a loads of them there. Just relax yourself and then apply this technique, and it will be really helpful. So I hope everyone is ready to start with that. Yes? Can anyone say yes? Or I'm just, okay. All right. What I want you to do, all of you, is, sorry, I'm so distracted. There is my neighbors having such a high music. I don't know if you're listening to it or not. Anyways, coming back. So what I want you to do, uncross your arms, uncross your legs. And just want you to relax. Take a few deep breaths. Focus on your body and just relax. Now I want you to roll up your eyes like this and just look at as if you're looking at your head, and look as far as up as you can. It's just like this. Okay, like this. And by rolling your eyes up, just close your eyelids and just relax. Take a deep breath and just relax. And just focus on your body and relax now. So just imagine there's a wave of relaxation moving through your head to your shoulders, to your stomach muscles, to your thighs, to your ankles, to your feet, and you're totally relaxed. Allow your body to release any kind of stress and allow your body to just relax and take a deep breath. Keep your eyes closed and let your body float. You feel as if you're like an helium balloon and you're floating. And this exercise is happening in your imagination. So imagine your body is a big helium balloon and just let it float up, up, up in the air, higher and higher, and you're just floating up, up. Just feel relaxed. And now your body is feeling heavy and relaxed. And it's going up and up, all the way up. Like a balloon is floating up. And the higher you go, the lighter you feel. And higher your body is floating, it's relaxed. And the higher you're going, the more lighter and lighter you're feeling your body. And it's going up and up and up, and it's floating, and it's lighter and lighter and lighter. And you're so relaxed, and your body is feeling lighter and lighter, and it's floating up and up and up, higher and higher. And you're in a space where you're feeling very relaxed. Your body is so lighter. And now just imagine in your mind, there is a screen in front of you where you're just watching as an observer your current problem, situation, any challenge in your life. And with your body floating and with your body relaxed, just imagine that challenge, that issue which is stressing you out is there on the screen. And just feel what's happening there. Feel that emotion and just stay with that feeling for a moment. And now I want you to imagine another screen in your imagination opposite to that screen where you're having a challenge and problem and issue. On the second screen, the mental screen, just visualize, just imagine what would be the one best solution or action you can take to resolve that issue. It might not be the best solution, but just have one solution which might help you to move forward, and with time you'll find another solution. So imagine one solution, how you're going to resolve that situation. Now keep the solution in your mind and expect the more better solutions to come. Each time you will go into the state of concentration, you will find it easier and easier to do, and you can use it to help you concentrate on what's really important to you. So right now, we will come out of this concentration together by counting backwards from 3 to 1. With 3, you will be ready. And with 2, your eyelids, with closed eyelids, you will roll up your eyes. And with 1, you're going to open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, feeling better than before, in the best health. Just stay in this moment for a while and just see what are you feeling in your body. And you can always use this tool, this technique to resolve or find a solution to any one of your problems, because as we talk, we are going to look for the possibilities, we are going to look for the solutions. And this tool will really help you to find it, because all the answers are inside you. Your subconscious mind knows very well what is the solution. You just don't focus on that. So once you will focus on the solution, you will find a solution and then act on that. So that's it from my end. Any questions? Anything you want to ask? I hope all of you are feeling good, relaxed. Thanks, Naeem. All right, then no questions, nothing. So we can end this session, and I really wish all of you well, and I hope today's webinar has really added value in your life and whatever you have learned. So please act on that and help others also in this journey, so they can also live a better, healthy life. Take care of your mental health is very important. And please use these tools, what I have taught you, because this will really help you to, because there's nothing outside. Once again, there's nothing outside to control, manage. It's just you and you and you. Focus on yourself, and everything, every stress will dissolve. All right, have a good evening, and thank you everyone for joining. Anything, Mahin, you want? Thank you everyone for your feedback. Anything, Mahin, you want to say?
I cannot wait for the next session for the higher purpose.
Actually, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really exciting me, because this is what I learned from my difficulties, Asma, and I come out of my difficulties by choosing this path, and I'm at the happiest right now. So please, Asma, I will be waiting for the session. Maybe I learn more purpose in life. So I'm really excited for that one. Good announcement, good news.
Yes, this was like on my mind. That was a session I wanted to do, but then I don't know why it came to my mind that this is first thing I want to address, stress and anxiety, because I'm hearing a lot from everyone around me, and I really wanted to talk about it. So there's so many things, but still, like I believe we have covered very much the basic concept. So we can have more sessions like this, and yes, our next session is going to be on a more purposeful and meaningful life, because once we have a purpose, I think distress, anxiety doesn't matter to us. Doesn't matter to us.
Indeed. So thank you, Asma, for taking out time. You are very busy with so many projects. So thank you, Asma, for on behalf of this community.
No, thank you so much for everyone, those who have, because you are investing this time. It is a message to everyone. You're investing this time on yourself. You really need it. So we are doing all these things, like me, Mahi, many other beautiful, wonderful, other amazing mentors. just to help others, just to share this awareness and just to share the knowledge. So I hope it really helped all of you, and good luck, and we'll meet next time in our next webinar. And please invite more people, because this is our whole purpose, is to help others and create a better community.
Thank you, dear Asma. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
All right. Thank you.